Hi all. Sorry it's been a while. I think might be a week and a day, and then ended up doing the daily vlogs. I did film some daily vlogs, but the world got away from me and I never got them edited. So I may put some of it on the end of this one, I may not, see how I feel. But most of it's going to be irrelevant now anyway. So last time you saw me, I was working on this scarf. I don't think I had anything else on the go. But I finished this one and started another one while I was showing my sister-in-law what to do on how to make it and that, because she's just learning to crochet. I've also joined a crochet along, my first ever time joining one, and that's with Yarn Joy podcast, Terry. So you should check her out if you haven't. I'll link her down below. So I'll show you that in a second. My son's just come wandering in, that's who I was waiting for, because I get him to put this up in a minute. I've also got a couple of acquisitions, only one of them's yarn and the other two are actually colouring books of a sort, but I'll show you them in a minute. Don't get comfy, Mally, because we're going to put this on there in a minute. Okay, so the scarf is finished, it's that thick, and there's the fringing on the ends. It's quite long. So I'm going to get my son to shove that on the mannequin and then you can have a look. While he's doing that, as I've forgotten to pick up the other scarf, I will show you a couple of the other things I'm on about. So this is currently the beginning of the head for my block off that light. Oh, anyway, it's just single crochet. It's the beginning of the head for my niece's little outfit. If you remember, one of the toys I was testing, doing my CE testing on, was a simple outfit, just had the hat and body and things, not the hair or anything. And she really liked it, so I'm making her one, but I haven't got very far on it yet. She also really liked the wonky teddy. Once she found out I was actually just going to take it apart and maybe reuse the stuffing, because it was just wonky and useless. She actually refused to allow me to take it apart, and she took it home with her. She's going to patch it up and try to make it look more teddy-like, because they like the wonky donkey, so they've taken it home with them. Alright, so my son's... Wow. Remind me never to ask him to put anything on a mannequin again. Can we try that again, dearie? This is what he's done. You can see that. It's shocking. So, let's turn around. He can pass me up that bag and try that again, shall we? You've seen me wear that scarf 4 times now. You know how it goes on. Men never ask how can you get dressed, which is quite ironic because usually they have to help me. Okay, so this is the other one that I've started. This is the marble chunky again. Anyone notice I'm a little obsessed with marble chunky? So I've started this one. I've got this far on it. So again, it's got the shaping that'll have fringe down, and I've done that so far. So it's just made up of double crochets, and of course increased along that edge to give that shape. It is straight, I promise, it's just the way I'm holding it is not very good, but I forgot how soft this stuff was, it's so good. But yeah, so I've started that one. I actually made a hat for my sister-in-law out of this yarn as well, and out of a purple, we've done it stripy, if I can get it in a minute, this one as well, which is just a random one I had lying around. But what I did is I did it stripy, and that was just a hat made up of DK yarn and then a crochet ribbon. I forgot to get a photo of it, which I'm really gutted about, because it turned out to be really nice, to the point that I'm tempted to make myself one. So I'll have to see what yarn I got left after this scarf and doing the fringe, and if I've got enough I'm going to make myself a hat. That's worse than the first time. He really can't put a scarf on him. Even ends. It's not hard, it's just a scarf on a mannequin. But apparently it's above Malachi. So anyway, yeah, so I've got that one on the go. And then the crochet along I'm doing, we're starting early for Christmas basically, which, let's face it, most of us need to. And so it's a corner to corner crochet Santa Claus square. So I'm just over the halfway point now. So this is what it is, and this is just one of 9 squares, and then it'll have Merry and Christmas down the bottom. So it's going to be quite a good sized blanket. I've made this one with where did I put the hook? I literally had it, there we go. So this has been made with a 3.5mm hook, just that one, and this is a DK yarn. So it's come with the sort of tension that I wanted. But this is my first corner to corner proper project. I've tried a corner to corner scarf once and it wasn't looking how I wanted it to, so I ripped it out after like 3 rows. I think it was about 3 rows, maybe a bit more. But I've never done this type, so I've knitted with colour work and done Insarsia. I can't pronounce it, but you guys who knit will know what it is. And I've done crochet colour work, so I've done a lot of different colour works, following charts and graphs and things, but I've never done it on a corner. And actually, I'm quite impressed with how well it's coming out. I've quite enjoyed doing it, so actually, I might become a little addicted to this too. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm actually looking forward to doing the next squares. The only difference is some of the squares, for some reason, they have green on green. The tree has a green background, and the reef has a green background. I'm not doing green on green, so I'm going to change those colours up, and I think I remember reading a few others are doing the same thing, because obviously what's the point of doing green on green? That's just all those wonderful colours out there and they put the same colours together. No. So I think I'm going to get up and put this scarf on, because this is his 3rd attempt. Joyous, isn't it? So, I'll see you in a second. Back again. I've sorted it myself. Shall we have a look now? There you go. So as you can see, it's enough to wrap around and still have a really good length to go on. If I zoom in. See, so it wraps around quite nicely, but it still gives a pretty good length. So I'm really happy with it. I've actually worn it shed loads of times now. My camera is wonky. It's got a want to level of spirit levels, which says it's straight, but it's not. It's wonky. I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully it's not too wonky for you lot. But yeah, so I'm really happy with the scarf, and I'm glad I'm making the second one. It's really warm and in this freezing weather, because it's been freezing going out for our evening walks. So I don't go far at the moment, I just can't, but even that short walk I need the scarf. So it's been really nice having it, and I miss having big bulky scarves. I do have an issue with things being too big and bulky around my neck, but if it's loose, it's not so bad. It's if it's tight, I feel like I'm being choked even if I'm not. Does anyone else get annoyed when Twitter tweets you and sends you a notification that such and such is tweeted? If I wanted to know if someone tweeted, I'd open Twitter and have a look. Oh look, and Jan's replied to my last comment on her video. I'll have a read of that in a minute. Hiya Jan! So, acquisitions, that's what I was going to show you next. Acquisitions, who says that? Ella, isn't it, from No Catchy Name? Sorry Ella, I'm picking up on the things you say. You'll find I do that. I realised at one point I was saying goodbyes similar to how Karen does, so I've tried to stop doing that. It's part of my thing. I mimic other people. I don't mean to, and I'm not doing it to be rude or anything. It's just my brain remembers, not a lot, but what it does remember picks up on other people's things, and I tend to copy that. So, sorry. Right, okay, so the only yarn that I bought, which I was able to get because my sister-in-law, they were up for the weekend. I didn't say that, did I? My sister-in-law and brother-in-law and my niece, they were up from Devon for the weekend, which was lovely. We got to spend a bit of time with them. But my niece spent some time down here, and I showed her how to use a knitting Nancy, which she done fantastic on. I only had to show her once and she got the hang of it just like that. And so her mother Emma bought her one of them from my shop, one of the plastic ones, which works better. And so with that money, I was able to buy myself another ball of yarn. How old is Lucy, Mally?
6.
6, there we go. I should remember how old my niece is, but I've got so many nieces and nephews I actually forget them. But yeah, so she's 6 and she picked up the knitting Nancy first time, and she was fantastic on it. And you got to see her sewing on the sewing machine. She was just thinking of something, cutting out the shape and sewing it. It was wonderful. She's such a smart little girl. It's great, but we were having such fun time. She stayed down there. She even sent her mum home for dinner, and she stayed down here to watch movies and craft with us and play. It was great. So I get a little bit of girly time, which is nice because I don't get much girly time. But anyway, I digress. Back onto the yarn. So this is the King Cole Riot double knitting, which is 30% wool and 70% premium acrylic, and it's approx 324 yards, 294 metres. It's a 100-gram ball, so I'm not sure if we're going to get it to focus with this awful lighting, but we can try. Some manual focus. Why is that manual focus? Right. Where's the thing? Where am I looking? In the black, aren't I? There we go. Reflection might be a problem. Oh, getting there. Let me turn off one of the lights and see if that helps. Well, that doesn't help. We're in the dark. Hello again. Sorry about that. So blocking that doesn't help. No, it's not going to focus. Again, I'm down here, so my lights are all off in the wrong places down here. So I'm down in the lounge again because while my niece was down, we pulled out all of my scrap fabric, which was in the cupboard in my filming room, and in order to get to that, we had to remove the mini crates of my actual stock. Of my yarn stock, so the things I've knitted and crocheted over the years for stools. We got them out in order to get the fabric that was underneath them at the cupboard, and they've all come down here, but the stock yarn took up the very tiny amount of room I had in there, so I put all of the stock back into the cupboard, but I was so shattered by the end of that. I didn't have the energy to finish clearing off the table area where we put the sewing machine and the odds and bits that we picked out to actually do any filming up there. So we're filming down here again. That's why I'm down here, not in the filming room. But yeah, so the lighting is in the wrong place. It's just one big blurry thing here. But yeah, this is shade 1690 Juniper. I wonder if that will focus because a white. The problem is it's so shiny. Oh, we almost got focus. Are we gonna get it? Nope, don't want to do it. Sorry. But yeah, so shade 1690, and these are the colours. I mean, how pretty is that? See, that focuses. What's going on? But it's so pretty. It's not the softest of yarns, and I don't know what it'll be like once it's washed up. But it's just so pretty. I've been dying to get some. I mean, who would turn down those colours? So I finally have a ball. I've been wanting a ball for months and months. I got it from Annie's. A few of you who've been around here a while know that Annie's is my go-to place for yarn, from Wilton Shopping Village, on the edge of Salisbury. And I took Emma there, my sister-in-law. I took her there to introduce her to it all. And she got to see how much lovely yarn there is there. It's like a yarnholic's heaven. It's just so pretty in there. But as I only had enough money to buy this is all I bought. I need to sell some more things, but I keep making things for myself recently because I'm determined this year not to do so many shops things and to do some more stuff for myself. I'm probably going to stop taking custom orders because my health just is not allowing me to do as much as I wanted to do. So I think I'm just going to work on stuff I want to make and then put that up in the shop. I mean, I'll probably take custom orders for family or if someone in particular wants something that I can manage, but most of the time don't have the energy all the time to do all this stuff. I'm still doing my degree, which I got my TMA results, I got 72%, so it's a pass. It's not as high as I would have liked, but you know, it's still a pass. It's a pass 2, which is one below a distinction, so I ain't gonna knock it. So yeah, I've shown you all my projects on the go at the moment, I believe. Knowing me, I've probably got another one floating around. I've started a few projects recently. The only finished object is that I can show you is that scarf, because the hat I've gave to Emma already. So, and I forgot to get a photo. At least I think I forgot to get a photo. Let's have a look. Yep, no, didn't get a photo. I've got a part finished photo, which I can add on to the end. What I'll do is I'll add it on to this bit in a second, so you can see the stripes in it and how it was. So it's not the whole hat, it's just a close up, but at least you'll be able to see something. Oh, that's something else I haven't shown you yet. I'm also working on a panda. Which I've put up somewhere and I can't remember where, but I'm knitting a toy panda. It was out of those teddies from Knittables that I showed you. Can't remember how many videos ago now, but I can't say who it's for because there's a small possibility that they're watching. But there's especially somebody going to be getting a present at some point of a panda that I've been commissioned to make, and it's going to be so cute. I don't know what outfit I'm going to do for it yet, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so I am working on a panda as well. See, so that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 projects currently on the go, and one that I started and finished since last week. I think I've got a little bit of startyitis, but I will get it all finished. When's a different matter. Right, so the other thing I haven't shown you is colouring books, which are probably not interested in all of you, but some of you might be. I got this one just before Christmas, but I forgot to show you guys it. This is Zen Colouring. I've had a few of their colouring books, and I love it. One of them is shown on my channel, me colouring it in, but that was back when I first started, so it's quite a crap video. But if I can quickly flick through, you can see all of the patterns in it. Hopefully you saw some. I couldn't see the camera, so no idea. But yeah, so I'm going to be colouring some in. I do a lot of adult colouring because it just calms me and helps me relax, and it's just, I find it really good for me. But while I was out with my sister-in-law, we went into B&M, and they had these little cool diaries. And I thought, well, I need a diary. With all the hospital appointments I've got coming on, I need one. But these ones have little bits to colour in. So I'll be colouring in my diary. I mean, I used to doodle in my diary, so it's not going to be much different. But yes, I get to colour in, so it's quite pretty. I'm actually tempted to film myself colouring some of these for my short videos, because when I do these ones on film, you know, it's several hours worth of colouring. Whereas something like this, you know, it's probably going to take me 15 minutes, if that. I do have a lot of colouring pens, so yeah, I'll probably, yeah, they're so pretty. So yeah, I might film myself doing some of these, because I know not all of you will be interested in that, because some of you are just yarn crafters only, but I know there's a few of you on here that are from multiple crafts and also like the colouring, so I'm going to do some more of them. I'm going to be redoing all of my original videos, starting with the basics of knitting and the basics of crochet and the basics on Tunisian crochet and the hairpin lathe, because those videos are reasonably popular, but I'm not, they're not particularly good quality, so I've been asked to redo a few of them, so I just thought I'll redo them all, because that way it's done on a camera, it's just going to be better to see. My Knitting Nancy one, that was my most popular video. I'm on almost 10,000 views on it now, I think. Not 10,000, 7,000. sorry, it's 10,000 views for Thingamabobby. So yeah, I'm on, have a look. Go to YouTube Studio and load. Yeah, I'm on 7,682 views just on my Knitting Nancy. I'm on 5,000 odd for my Clover Pom Pom. So those ones are doing really well. But the Knitting Nancy was done with the wooden Knitting Nancy that I had, which was awful Knitting Nancy. It's before I got the plastic ones in, so I'm going to redo that one anyway. So it's done with a plastic one, and hopefully I'll link it, and hopefully people will watch that one instead, because it'll be a better video. I think that's about it really. I mentioned I got my hospital appointments through, I think, in the last video. I've got one on the 8th of January for, no, try that again, 18th of January for my scan for this cyst, and then I've now got a doctor's appointment on the 19th of January, which is actually to see them about the blood test results that I had. When did I go for blood?
I don't know.
Some point at the end of last week, I think it was, I went to have my blood. Yeah, some point last week I got a phone call from the doctors because my pain meds didn't arrive. I think I may have mentioned it, and then she'd also texted me to say that I need to have more blood tests done. So I went in and got that done, and I'll see what the results are. If she doesn't phone before, I'll see about the results on the 19th, which hopefully she might be able to see about my scan results at the same time. I know it normally takes longer to get through, but she might be able to see it on the system, or maybe they'd be nice enough to tell me what's going on and I can just comment to her about it, because I mean they told me about the cyst and everything when my last scan was actually about my kidneys and that, so we'll see. But the cortisol doctor, she wasn't happy with it being on the 8th of March, so she said she'd see something about that. Well, I got a letter through and they cancelled that one, and then they said they cancelled the clinic, so they cancelled that appointment on the 8th of March. So I've had a letter through today saying that I can ring up and make a new appointment, so I'm going to have to get my husband to do that for me because I don't do phone calls. But there's no telling when that's going to be for. It could be for even longer now, and she was already annoyed that it was taken until the 8th of March, and if they now can't fit me in on the 8th of March and they couldn't do earlier, it's going to be even longer. So I'm not happy, and we'll just have to wait and see. I'll report back once my husband's wrong in the hospital, and just in case by miracle happens I get a faster appointment. If not, we're going to have to ring the doctors, tell her what's happened, and see if she can get the ball rolling a bit more, because I need to know what's going on. I don't even know what these blood tests are for. I just got told I need to go and have more. All I know is it was in a, I heard Tracy, who does it for me, she said that it was a purple tube. Cortisol and purple tube, that's all I know. It's something to do with that. So I'll have to wait and see what the results are and if they ring up about it. But I think I'm looking around but to see, jog my memory if there's anything else, but I don't think there is. I'm so tired this morning. Some rude person phoned at 8:20 this morning. Now, if I know some of you people, that's way up and off to work by that point, but people like me, it's a bad thing to wake someone up like that when I only get to sleep at 3 o'clock and after. I don't get to sleep before then. Insomnia is stopping me getting to sleep before 3, no matter how much I try. So to be rudely awoken at 8:20, I was not impressed, and I've been awake since because I couldn't get back to sleep because yay, insomnia. So I'm on the coffee. I've just started drinking flavoured coffees to see if it'll help me be more coherent. So far, nothing. I'm so tired still. How do people say coffee helps them wake up? Because ain't helping me. I've done my studying for the week. I got it all done yesterday, which is why this video wasn't done yesterday. And it's possible that I've started doing my studying on the Monday as much as I can, and then I'll do anything else during the week if I need to. So it's probably going to be that I'll do my update videos on Tuesdays now instead of Mondays this year, just because that way I can make sure my studying's done out of the way and I don't have to stress about it. There you go, another one. how long we've been filming, and I already have another Twitter one saying, in case you missed it. No, if I missed it because I didn't want to look. So it's driving me insane. But yeah, so I think everything's done for now, and hopefully I will get some more actual bloggy type ones done this week. I couldn't do many last week. The ones I did do, I didn't get time to edit, and I couldn't do any of the other ones because my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law and my niece don't want to be on camera, which is completely fair enough. But it meant that for the days that I was with them, I couldn't do any filming, and the days I wasn't with them, I didn't have time. Just too much going on. It's been a really busy couple of weeks since Christmas. I mean, I thought it would be relaxing about now, but everything seems to be going on at the moment. And I've still got more to go, because obviously I've still got the scan and then the results from that, and the blood test and the results from that. And I mean, it's still looking likely that I'll have to have this removed. We just need to work out what one it is, so that might mean another operation, which means I'm going to have to make sure I get my work for the studying done ASAP, which is a collaborative. This particular module set, we're doing a collaborative as the group online for the rest of my tutor group. Well, we've been put in teams, and so I need to make sure I can be available to do the work that we need to do together. My sister Leanne will know that I've been having a little rant about that this last couple of days. One of the guys in our team, he seems to jump ahead. I appreciate that he wants to get the ball rolling, because we need to get it rolling. We weren't getting too much done, but then we were on a 2-week Christmas break, so we weren't supposed to be getting too much done. But we should have gotten at least acknowledged each other more at this point, and we hadn't. We'd only, introduced ourselves and done the last lot of collaboration. We hadn't decided on this lot's collaboration. But, it was only a couple of days. But he not only started the website that needed... Why is that on focus? Yeah, we needed to... Focus. Focus, camera. I'm talking. Yeah, we need to do a wiki and a WordPress website, just as our groups. It's not to go to the public or anything. And we have to agree on who's doing what tasks have been done, what the layout's going to be, all that sort of stuff. Which is stuff and with our TMA, our TMA this time round is the collaborative work. So the tutor will mark our collaboration efforts and the website and the wiki and what we've done to meet the briefs. And we have set tasks that we have to do, and then a couple of non-compulsory ones. But this guy went ahead, drew out a table, which was very helpful, but he read the names wrong, so ended up with a whole load of imaginary members that we don't have, because he thought the middle names for me and one other member were completely different people, because apparently you can't read a table, with a little block and a line for each name. And then not only do that, but he then chose what he was going to do and what the site was going to be about, which site we're supposed to discuss, and how we were going to build that site, what size font and all that sort of stuff. One, he chose 2 of the compulsory elements that we're supposed to do at least one each of, so we should get to choose who does what, not just say, oh, I'm doing this. He tried to say it's first come, first basis. No, we made part of our collaboration last time was rules, and one of those rules was that we discuss who does what, and then if there's an issue we can work it out. So he already ignored that rule to do what the hell he liked, so I had to bring them up politely, explaining that he'd got the names wrong and that he's not supposed to pick what he wants, that we are supposed to work as a team to discuss this. So I asked the rest of the team members if they could just comment on what we want to do. But yeah, he's just gone ahead, and it's because he is now going to be away for the last 2 weeks in January, so he expects everyone else to speed up to work to his timetable. Well, tough titties, because one of our members is doing 2 other modules, so he can't be speeding up off of our timetable to meet someone else's. When he's got 2 other modules timetables, he has to plan everything to a T. So everything has to be done at the proper times. Another one works full time, so he can't just drop everything. And my health problems mean that I can't always be there continuously for hours on end working. I need to take it and do it slowly. We have a set timetable laid out. It's not, everything has to be done at this point. It's a guide to what should be done by what points. and we've got plenty of time. Nothing is so far behind that we can't get it done. And yet I politely reminded him that we'd all have other commitments that might be before his commitments, and if he's away for the end of January, that's his problem. We even have a place on our wiki that says what days we're not available, and he says in there that he's available for the whole of Block 3. Well, if he's available for the whole of Block 3, what's he doing being away for 2 weeks in January? And then expecting us all to move faster. You can tell I'm a little annoyed. So yeah, he done some things that is good, he got the ball rolling, but he went too far, and this isn't the first time he done it. Our last collaborative work, he done a whole bunch of stuff that was completely wrong, and we had to work around that to fix it to the way it's supposed to be. So he keeps jumping ahead, but he skim reads, which is fine for studying. If you've done studying and skim reading things to get the general gist of things. But then he doesn't do intense reading to read exactly what we need to do. So then he just makes up his own mind and then does what he wants to do, and it's all wrong. And that doesn't look good for the rest of us trying to follow through individually doing what we've got to do. I'm ranting, sorry, but it's annoying me. It's hard enough for me to study with the migraines and the ME and the fibro and the tiredness and the insomnia and everything else that's going on at the moment without having the added stress of him just being a complete arsehole. I was looking forward to maybe meeting some people on this one because they were closer to me, our groups, these are people close to us, but quite frankly, I mean, with Miagrophobia it's hard anyway, but I don't want to meet him because the guy seems like an arsehole that I just won't get on with. And I'm going to have to say goodbye because my camera is flashing. I've reached a time limit for filming. So I will catch you all later. So take care. Bye. Hey y'all, thought I'd do a quick vlog. I know it's not Vlogmas anymore, but I got bored. I'm currently waiting for my mum to come and pick me up to go for a doctor's appointment. It is 8:10 in the morning. I've been up since 7, about 7:15, and I'm shattered. Got barely any sleep, and I don't normally see the morning when it's still dark, and it was all pitch black when I woke up. Not happy, but I'm going to say, if you can see, I'm wearing the scarf. It's all finished. So it's quite long. I'll show it properly on a proper video later, but I thought I'd say hello and have a quick tour. Look, I've changed my lounge around. I got bored after Christmas, so yeah, what used to be, obviously as you know, I used to film this direction with the curtains behind me, with sofa, but now my sofa is all the way over here, and I film this direction. So that's of course when I film in here. I actually film up in my filming room normally, but I thought I'd just say hello. Sorry, I'm wandering around because if I don't move, I'll sit down and I'll fall asleep. But yeah, so it's miserable weather out there. Have a look at this. How miserable is that? And I gotta get out and go and have a blood test. If you're wondering why I didn't mention the blood test on my last video, it's because I didn't know I was having it. I had to phone the doctors, obviously, as I said, for my painkillers because I never got them. She rang me because my husband rings them to get them to ring me because anxiety on phones. So she rang me and I explained the situation. She was apologetic. She got them sent to me straight away, sent them to Tesco's for my son to go and grab for me. And then she also asked for when my appointments were, so I informed her when my appointments are, especially for my cortisol, and she wasn't happy with that, so she spoke to another doctor and I have to go and have another blood test, testing something. I have no clue. I'll let you know later. But yeah, I've had to go early in the morning in case it's a fasting one, so I'll have that blood test, see what that says, and then see where I go. And also I've discovered that my appointment for the 9th to see the doctor has been made with the wrong doctor, so I'm going to have to go and cancel that one and make a new one. Why they've done it with that doctor, I'd love to know. I see the same doctor every time. Oh well, that's my battery flashing as well, so I better go and put this on charge, and I'll see you all when I get back. Bye! Hi all. It's 3:07 in the morning, and my body has finally decided it wants to go to sleep. So I've been up since 7, so it's what, 20 hours. I am, well, past time to sleep. My body's finally allowing me to, but I've been knitting on a panda while I wait. So that's the shoulders and head, that shoulders that way and then down. I'll show you the rest of that later, but I'm finally going to go to sleep. So catch you later. Bye. Hi all, it's the next morning after only going to sleep at 3 AM. I feel like shit, I have a migraine, but I'm sat here getting started on the crochet along that we're going to be doing with, oh, I've forgotten her name. Those who are following will know, and I'll link it down below. Brain is not working, but anyway, what I'm currently doing, I'm doing the Santa first. But I'm just trying to decide on the background colour. So I've got one ball of each colour that I currently have on my shelves sat beside me. So there's a few balls there, and I'm currently trying to work out which colour to do the background for the Santa, because I'm going to change a few of the things, like some of the, like the tree and the reef, they have a green background with green items. Not happening, not doing it, so I'm changing the colours around. So, and I also discovered I have no green. How do I have no green? So I'm going to have to get some green before I can do those ones, but I'm going to go for now, and this one will be added to the other two I filmed yesterday, and at some point this will all be uploaded. So until then, I'll catch you all later. Bye.